Ciao! Here we see Dan Bus Company. We'll be talking about that shortly. It's near to the Palago Hotel. Let's have a little look around here. I'm going to describe some problems that I'm having and that some of you may have. There's this beautiful park here. I forget the name of this road. I have it written down. It is Pham Na Lao Street. It runs parallel to Bui Vien, which is the backpack area. So this has all sorts of backpacker hotels, but travel agents and a lot of the long distance buses depart from here. And as you can see, there's a Burger King getting refurbished. And there's this beautiful park right here. I was going to do something on another park a few blocks from here, which I prefer to this one, and I'll tell you why. But what is interesting about this park is that this is the site of the former Central Railway Station when it was Saigon. And as in so many places, the lines, which may have included trams, were disbanded, pulled up, railway station was turned into this beautiful park, and now a whole new metro system is being built with a big new station. You can't quite see it from here, but it's not very far, straight down there. Now the reason I prefer the other park to here is that this park is interesting, that you can come and sit in here. It's beautiful, peaceful, and young students may come and approach you and they want to practice their English language skills, which is great. And they might ask you questions like, what do you like most about Vietnam? Things like that, and that can be very nice encounters. But you also get hawkers coming in here, and if you really do want to get away from the city and the chaos and the clamour, and enjoy some peace and quiet, you don't want someone jumping into your face asking if you want your shoes cleaned, or if you want to buy something that you never even thought about buying. So that's why I don't really come in here very much, nice as it is, because the peacefulness, the solitude, and the, one could call it meditation, that I seek, it's a little more difficult to find here than the park I'll take you to. But we're not talking about parks today, we're talking about potential problems with e-visas, with the new e-visa, and I have unintentionally run into one. That Dan Bus Company I showed you before is part of the solution. Now what happened when I filled out my e-visa, it asked where I would be entering Vietnam, and I put at the airport at Ho Chi Minh, no problem. And where would I be exiting? At the land border at Moc Bai. It wasn't possible at that time to buy bus tickets, but I was pretty sure I could get a bus or a taxi from Ho Chi Minh City to Moc Bai and walk from Vietnam to Cambodia and do be processed. Wouldn't really be a problem. But I went down to an agent today, very helpful, but I've been to him about 3 times. And I showed him my form and it said, but it says, the airport. And I said, yeah, I entered through the airport, but I specified that I'd leave by Moc Bai, but it wasn't written where I'd leave from. And I had bought an air ticket because the law is that you have to have an onward ticket out of Vietnam. He said no one checks, and I've heard that. I've never been checked. No one ever asked, but I wanted to comply with the law. And so I bought the ticket. Now I find myself in the position where he won't sell me a ticket out overland because he can't see my documentation. that I'm leaving by Mok Bai land border. And although I have the air ticket out from the airport, because my e-visa says Mok Bai, he says, you know, I can expect to be held up for 2 to 3 hours and to spend an unspecified amount of money changing that from the Mok Bai to the airport as an exit portal. So he's given me some addresses of places to go. I'm going to go to some immigration department tomorrow, and hopefully we can negotiate the language and work it out. So you really need an onward outward ticket from Vietnam before you come in, even though it isn't usually checked. He also told me they're not doing the tests anymore, tests for the virus, but the e-visa, on the e-visa that you get, will not specify where you said you'll leave. So any agent looking at it will only assume that you're going to leave from the place that you entered. And if you leave, apparently if you leave from another place than the one you nominated, it's problematic. So we'll do this. And then, so I went to that Dan bus company, now the big giant Ibis and the Mekong Express, the glamour companies that run between, bus companies that run between Phnom Penh and Ho Chi Minh are not running. They usually cost, you know, in the area of $12 to $17 for a one-way trip. But I had heard of this Dan company, and I went down there. I've been down, I've seen them. I've seen people, you know, they've confirmed they are running international bus services between Phnom Penh and Ho Chi Minh City, both ways. Book at least one day in advance, and the fare is $60 at this time. Now this may be, they say it's a limo bus, but it's really just a shorter bus. It's a bus, but you know, the passengers I saw looked like, you know, people going locally. Here we go, see, now I may get approached here. Definitely checked out, and that's the thing that, you know, why I don't find this park quite so peaceful. But I will be, you know, in a couple of days I'm going to another park, a beautiful park, only about 2 or 3 blocks from here. It's absolutely gorgeous. And if I get in there at the right time of the day, should see some good things. So I hope that's helpful to you, and I'll update as my situation proceeds. And of course everything can change. If there is going to be a change, the next major change would be in early May. There's a bit of a holiday period, so it seems unlikely the government is going to make any announcement or make any changes during that holiday period. So in the, say, the end of the first week of May, the government may make another announcement, and that one is hoping will be in the area of the extensions for e-visas, or, you know, some sort of visa on arrival process. And that is it from me, from the backpacker district of Ho Chi Minh City. Thank you for watching. If you find this information useful, then please consider subscribing to this channel